moment, aren't you?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
And then you're off on more travel.
Yes, over to South America for a little while.
Well, at
So
least
really
it will be
looking forward
warm
to it.
there.
Certainly hope so. Certainly hope.
Sandy, very lastly with you, you said that you wanted to come to the island and grow old disgracefully. Have you succeeded on your mission?
Well, I like to think so. If I haven't, then I'll have to go somewhere else and start all over again.
I'm sure lots of the castaways would take you with them. All right, guys, it's time to say goodbye. Off you go to your chopper. Good luck with the future. Bye-bye, Liz. Keep up the cycling, Sandy. Head that way.
Sandy, come in the middle. Liz.
Well, as Des, Liz and Sandy head to their helicopter, let's catch up on their last year.
I've only got 250 of those to put in.
How many then?
250 of those I've got to put in. It's the last final bit of the sort of big infrastructure thing of the island, you know. We've now got the fence, we've got the area rotivated, we've got, you know, the plants going, and it's just planting out now and hoping that we can grow the stuff.
If he hadn't been here, we wouldn't have done half of the things that we've done.
Stop, and then I'll lure it in again. What is it, Mikey? Go on top of there? I learned very quickly and adapted myself to think, you know, it's pointless pushing people that don't want to be pushed, you know.
I came to learn practical stuff, which I think I've learned a lot of. I think I've learned a lot about people, more so than you ever would in a normal year. Probably learned 10 times. I've probably got 10 years worth of experience with people.
This all started by the lady you can see in the photograph above my desk. She's my father's aunt, and she went to Australia just after the First World War. They didn't know what it was going to be like when they got there, and if they got there and didn't like it, they couldn't come back. And there was just something fantastically adventurous about that. And I was absolutely knocked out by this woman. I was about 7, but I've never ever forgotten her. She's been in the back of my mind all my life. And when I saw the advertisement for this, I thought, that's the beginning for me. I've got to try for that. I think what I did this year has been the nearest thing I'll get to the sort of adventure she had. It was a journey. I didn't really know what it was going to be like when I got here. I could go home if I wanted to, but that would have been giving in, and I don't like giving in. If you think you've got control here, you're in for a rude awakening, I think, because you don't have control here. Nature in the landscape has control here. I caught sight of myself in the mirror one day and I thought, God, everything is so grey, including you. You look grey, your face is grey, your hair looks, although it's not grey, it looks grey. And I have to do something about this. And I suddenly had a bright idea. About 3 days later, I was blonde. I had my hair bleached. That really was a turning point for me. I don't know why I hadn't done it before, actually.
Oh, it's really nice. Thank you. Everybody's saying the same thing. It's really great, yeah.
I don't feel any different inside. You see, I feel that the experience of coming here has allowed me to be some of the things I've always been. Just hasn't really had the opportunity or the circumstances in which that side of me can be expressed. I've just been a bit more of what I am. And that's really what was good about being here, because it doesn't always work like that elsewhere. You've got too many other things on your mind. And I think that's one of the privileges we've all experienced. Getting back to a mainstream life is going to be tough.
There we go. That's Des, Liz and Sandy on their way. Cynthia, psychologically, what are all the castaways going through today as this is the moment they leave?
It's very much like a bereavement. I think that they don't realise what they're losing until they actually face the reality of packing up their belongings and leaving the island. And they also feel that they may be leaving friends behind them. And there's a whole new chapter ahead of them. For some of them, it's a big new chapter. For others, they see this as the most exciting thing they've ever done in their lives. And for Des and Liz, for example, they've never left the island for the whole year. And it's quite traumatic. I don't think they realise how much it means until they get on the helicopter and go.
Are there things that they can do once they get back to the mainland to help themselves cope with the scenario?
Well, you know, being Scottish, I'd probably say a wee dram might help.
Oh, no, I think that's a good thing. I'm going to just leave it there. That's Cynthia, professional psychologist. Let's bring in Peter and Sheila here. Peter and Sheila, I can't get rid of you. No, so we haven't even got your helicopter here for you to go. But you're coming back here, Peter.
Yeah, 10 days.
In 10 days' time.
Yeah.
Why are you coming back?
To help clear up, because I like to leave everything shipshape in Bristol fashion.
Okay, well, we'll come back to your shipshape in Bristol fashion in a moment. Now let's take a look at scenes last night. They were quite literally enough to bring grown men to tears.
Excited, everything all at once. It's been the hardest job just getting ready to go, actually.
And what's the first thing you're going to do when you get to the other side?
Phone a friend.
Bring a mobile. Of the island?
Quietness. And no people.
What's it going to be like getting back to people and bustle and driving?
That's going to be so weird. Driving, using cash points and all that, money, keys, all that. It's just going to take a bit of getting used to.
Me in for a younger model, solo one. That's it. Second again, I'll be in.
Bye, Joseph.
Now at the moment when you're about to depart, leave Taranto behind?
Silly.
I can't even talk.
What are you going to miss most, do you think, about life here?
The community, definitely.
Really enjoying. Yeah, I'm just glad we're going back to, a good loving family. I'm really looking forward to that, but I'm really sad to see people go, friends. We're going to look for another adventure.
Are you? You're off again?
I don't think we can ever top this, but we'll try. Never thought I'd cry when I was leaving here.
Julie, Mike, Sheila and Peter, will you be coming back to the island? I know you're going now.
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
What will you think of now whenever you hear of Tarrantay and of the island?
So many wonderful thoughts.
Yeah,
Eagles,
sea, light, weather,
basketball,
sand, shells, stars.
Sheila, you're not coming back with Peter to do the clean-up, though, are you?
It's goodbye to the project, but not to the island. I'll be back. We'll be back.
You'll be back. And Julie, we all know where you're going, first of all.
I'm going to spend 4 hours in a bar.
And what will you not miss about life on the island?
I am never going to use a compost toilet ever in my life again.
Well, I'm proud of myself because I managed to do it today.
Congratulations.
I've lived the Tarrantay experience and used the compost toilet myself. On that note, I bid you all a farewell. Goodbye. Enjoy your future life. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look after your arm. Peter, goodbye. Your helicopter awaits you.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
Peter. Bye-bye. All right, now let's have a recap of the year that those folks have had on Tarrantay.
Oh, it's working. It's working. Well, she wasn't milking on her left side, and we thought, perhaps some nice music might help her relax and just go with the flow. And actually, it's working.
I don't know, it depends on the judge's tastes.
Peter and Sheila make a really yummy stout.
I don't think the alcoholic content will be enough for these judges here, but who knows? Depends on how sophisticated their palate is.
No, don't finish. I'm going to finish. That is your experience.
I get both emotional feet.
Peter came up, gave me a big hug and lots of kisses. And then last night it felt false when he gave me a hug, but it was really genuine, and he apologised.
You can get into long-running undercurrents of resentment, and that will be very divisive and divide a camp. So it's better to have a short-run bit of conflict to sort of open up the issue so that we can move on.
And I apologised to him, had a wee tear.
I'm shaking because I'm so upset. When the ethos of this program is this project is challenged, I have the right to be able to say so.
She's just put in place, no provocation as far as I can see.
I don't know why Gwyn is not rational when she thinks about things with Peter, but he's not abusive. He's a lovely man, and he's ever so shaken by this.
Thanks for your support.
Right.
Just very quickly tell me what happened.
I got some coffee thrown over me, that's all. I've learned that one has to change one's tone. But I don't regret. I mean, that's one of the weird things. I regret perhaps some of the fact that it seemed that I was too serious. But I was serious about this project. I regret perhaps sort of questions of tone, but I'll say it now. I do not regret what I said. It is a very small space. We've had to learn to be incredibly tidy, really, which is remarkable for Sheila.
I just went off alone and was so in love with it that very soon I was wondering how I'm going to cope with the end of the year and being quite nostalgic about it before I even start.
We'll stick that bit there.
Yeah, put it all on the front.
I found it a lot tougher than I thought I would. At the beginning of the year, I was saying things like, there are going to be people who are going to suffer, there are the family groups, the couples, and then the single people are going to find it hardest. And I never thought it would come down on me as it has. And at times I've just felt really, really low. And that's something we've noticed, is that here there are limited distractions. A lot of the real world isn't reality. It's a distraction from what is reality. You know, if you don't like it, go and find something else to do. Whereas here, you've got to face things. You can't run away from them. It's a brilliant day, and I'm on holiday.
Sitting here, I am feeling brilliant.
That's extreme. Watch your back again, mate. Come on, game over. Game over. Well, take your turn.
Probably the most stupid type of fishing you'd never imagine going, extreme wave!
Extreme wave!
Come out here and I feel the bee's knees. I feel totally rejuvenated. I feel absolutely wonderful. This is what I came for. It's what I want. And I just wish I could do more of it.
And there they go. Peter, Sheila, Mike and Julie are up and away. And that leaves me with the last 3 castaways on the Isle of Ben. A little bit sad.
Very.
What are you feeling right now? Your chopper will be coming back here in a couple of minutes.
Bit scared.
Most looking forward to seeing?
My family. That will make it worthwhile.
And what are you going to do with Inca, with this little babe? Because how's she going to adapt to life in a big city now, having had all this freedom?
I don't know. I hope she does. I'll get her a friend if she doesn't.
And will you be coming back to Tarrant?
Yes.
Definitely.
Very soon.
Toby and Tammy, very special place for you always. Dying to know where the two of you are going to go, because you actually, in real life, back home there, you live in completely different parts of the world, don't you?
Well, I'm thinking Barbados. What do you reckon, Toby?
That sounds fine to me.
Tell everybody, where's home for you, Toby?
Home Yorkshire.
Right,
Leeds.
and Tammy?
Sandy and Bedfordshire.
So somewhere in the middle, the two of you probably shall meet.
Sounds good, yeah.
And will you be living together when you get off the island? Because you've spent 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'd like to very much. It's just a matter of where.
What's the family going to think of them, do you reckon?
I think they're going to love her.
Think so?
I think they will.
Are you a little bit frightened going home to meet Mum?
I feel like I know them already, to be honest.
What are your lasting memories of the islands here? You had a last walk, I saw, this morning.
So many memories.
Too many.
I can't think about them now.
It's just been absolutely wonderful for us. And it's just a really emotional time to be leaving.
What were you thinking as you took your last stroll around the island?
Just all the happy memories and even the bad ones. It's just been an absolutely fabulous year, and I don't think you could have asked for anything better.
Oh, okay. Well, here, we're going to take a little look back now. We've got some footage of you guys, your year on the island, Tammy, Toby and Ben, and of course Inca.
I just need a one on the beard to get it off.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't come here for romance. I came to grow a beard.
Get the fluff off.
Toby, do you realise you look about 11 now?
You really do.
Babes in arms.
That's a year older than you, Ben. When I said I didn't come to this island to pull against grow a beard, I wasn't actually lying. I grew the beard, got rid of it, and I needed something else to replace the beard, and Tammy volunteered.
He's just a wonderful guy. Nothing is too much bother for anyone. And that's when I saw this person that sort of a little bit younger than me. And to actually, you know, a lot of people that age are careers, going out, whatever minded. And even though he probably is as well, and back out in the real world, he still thinks of others and is sensitive. No, not sensitive. It'd kill me if I use that word, sensitive.
Are we getting married?
Yeah,
No.
finally. Well, you haven't proposed to me yet. I'm always living in hope.
But you're always down on your knees to me. Because you are desperate.
I'm always on my knees. You're kicking me in the legs.
This year has been the most wonderful learning curve ever, and I think I've compacted into a year that I probably might not have learned in 5 years. New skills, interaction with people, confidence, and just to know that I have potential in me. I have potential in me I never saw.
As soon as we think we've done everything with the sheep, suddenly we think, oh no, now it's shearing to do. Because we don't have a huge amount of experience between us, and well, people like me didn't do a lot of shearing at Tatler magazine. It's sort of trial and error.
Yeah.
Hold
your head back and
you just...
Alright, that's better.
I've learnt a gazillion new skills, whether that be from animal husbandry to making cement, baking bread. I had no idea how to make cement or bread. I can do both. Might get them muddled up sometimes. And the weather. I could look around and I can work out where the wind's coming from. I can work out when it's going to rain. I can work out now. I can watch the weather so well I can know it will rain in a certain place but not in another. You know how in your life I don't know if everyone does this, I do anyway. You sort of, there are certain images that you just kind of go, and you know that that is just going to be in your mind forever, and it's just not going to go. I have a few of those from here. The sunsets and the light.
Guys, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Tanya's come back, she's done her last bit of filming. Tammy, bye-bye. Toby, goodbye. Ben, bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Tanya, there's your camera. You finished your last bit. What was it like filming everybody getting in helicopters and waving goodbye to you and knowing you're going to follow?
Pretty emotional, yeah. Pretty hard.
Are you ever going to work in television again, do you think? Or has this year put you off completely?
No, it hasn't. It's been a fantastic year.
Have you learned from a sort of a work point of view? I mean, have you learned anything, any new skills, do you think?
I learned a huge amount. Learned a huge amount this year. It's been a massive learning curve, yeah. Incredibly worthwhile for me.
All right, well, that's also your helicopter. You're going to be the last person to leave the island, apart from us. And we're going to be filming you. What's your moment now? The memory.
The memory? Oh, God. Right now, I just don't want to leave. I'm not ready to
you
leave.
Stay with me for another moment then. Let's take a look back.
How about another day?
All right, another day. Here's Tanya's last year.
I don't think I'll ever feel like I'm a true castaway. Because I am an observer rather than the observed.
Ray, I want to talk, just have a 2-minute conversation with Lion before you do.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
This place does not feel safe for me anymore. I lock my door every morning. I lock myself in at night.
That's my job here, is to film everything, isn't it?
Yes, but not me. I'm not a part of the project.
But you are.
Hang on, keep out of it.
All of the emotions that I was going through was related to my filmmaking, which I could talk to no one else here about. So not only was I sort of isolated along with everyone else, just in terms of being here, I was isolated just because I had a different position.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
My birthday here was unlike any other that I've had, or I'm going to have, I think, in my life.
Happy birthday to you. How do you feel?
It's revenge time, isn't it? Thank you so much for coming, everyone. That's really nice. No, that's enough.
What it did as well, I suppose, was make me reflect a little on my friendships here. And it makes you realise quite how close I certainly have become to people here.
Just film this a moment.
There are people here that are going to be friends for life. And I'd have spent a year anywhere to get that.
Well, Tanya, that was your past year on Tarrant's Day. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get to the mainland?
Bath, definite bath. Everyone says a bath.
It's quite a popular answer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you head off for your bath. Good luck. Stay warm. Bye-bye. Cynthia, if I can bring you in for a last chat. It must have been an incredible year for you as well. Tanya said she learned an incredible amount from her work point of view. What have you learned from this social experiment?
Well, I think you learn that you know very little about people in spite of the years of study, because there's so much out there, so much to learn, so much knowledge to gain. And I do think it's been a very serious social experiment, and it's something that people were rather kind of snooty about at the beginning and felt it was just reality television, it was all for show. But you can see from the way people have left how much this year has meant to their lives and how much it has changed them. And in addition, I think the production team and everybody involved with this project is feeling rather sad just now, including myself. So it's been a day of mixed blessings, I think.
Well, one thing that everybody agrees on when you ask them is the beauty of the island and the special places that they've all found. And here they all are. This is the beautiful island of Tarrant's Day.
just so many. It's hard to know where to begin.
Has to be the natural arch. This is a natural rock arch which must have existed for thousands of years. It just gives you such a feeling of permanence and time.
Near the black houses, a little cove there, and it's a nice little place I like to go and look out to the sea, and I have a little talk to people back home there.
I've got this little hollow in the rocks just up round the corner where you can just sit and watch the sunset.
Down on the rocks behind the pods. And I love it there because it brings memories of me dad. Because me dad loved the sea. And I can sit there and feel really close to him.
My favourite place on the island is the Dun on the loch. Not so much because it's a very stunning place and huge, grandiose scenery, but in what's gone on there. It's been a haven, and we've been able to go there, lie on the raft, dream, sunbathe. It's been a wonderful scene.
That helicopter behind me is the last helicopter which will take off and end the project that was Castaway 2000. I've only been on the island of Tarrantay for 2 days, but in that short period of time I've picked up the sense of excitement and drama that these remarkable people have been through. I'm not sure that I could have done it. Could you?
Well, what a year for the Castaways.